Is everyone else ready? Marshall, Bunny.
Yeah.
Yeah, we ready.
Okay. So let's see. The comp that we're running here, right?
Yeah.
Got the Freya Widow. We got the Rhine, right? We got the Bablucio, right?
Uh-huh.
Um, uh, what does our comp want to do here?
Poke.
Who is the poke?
Me and almost three. Me, Widow, and Hector. Just not Ryan.
Yeah, right. So it's basic. It's more so a pokey comp, right?
Mhm.
But you do have the Rhine, which means that your Rhine doesn't really want to be in those pokey situations, right?
Yep.
So what you could do with Rhine, you don't always have to think of um, it's not always one dimensional, right? Like you don't always have to see a Rhine and think, oh, we always have to fight close spaces, right? Like in fact, the Rhine, you could just use him as like I mean, what is Rhine's biggest tool?
The brawl. The hammer.
Not quite.
His shield?
His shield, right? What is his shield? DPS. Akram and Bunny, this you should always think of this. First thing that comes to mind. What is his shield in
Mm,
relation to you guys?
like I don't know.
What is its
Protection,
biggest use?
barrier.
Protection.
Uh-huh.
What's another word for that? It's a big word.
I think I have it. I think no.
You don't have it.
No, I don't have it.
Cover.
Cover. Cover.
Cover. Cover. Perfect.
I was gonna say
Um.
wall or something stupid.
A walrus. Oh, wait. What?
What the hell? Anyways, so yeah, your Rhine wants to fight in these close situations, right?
Yep.
But the rest of your team is so far, like the rest of your team is so pokey and wants to play further back, right? That your Rhine can't really do that, right?
Mhm.
Um, Granted, it might be possible if both of you focus like all of your attention on the Rhine, right? But against the Ram with a Kiri, Juno, and a Genji, I don't think that's really gonna happen, right?
Mhm.
Um, so what you gotta think of is that your Rhine in this comp, especially with these two poke characters, right? Your Rhine's biggest value is not to fight in that close range, but to provide cover for your team. Okay?
Mhm.
Okay.
Just a little just a little something before the round starts.
So when you say that, does you mean like we have to play closer to him, or like the fuck?
No. What I mean by that is it gives you the option
Uh,
of playing. Um, it gives you another option. Like, what I mean is as a character who wants to play behind cover, you have so
Mhm.
many options on this map, right?
Mhm.
Right. For
Yes.
example, you have option one, play behind here, right? Option
Mhm.
two, play behind here. Option three, uh, play over here, up there, right?
Yeah.
So what Ryan gives you, it's not like telling you play directly up close with him, like directly
Behind
right
her.
here, right behind him.
Yeah.
It's not telling you to do that. Um, it's just giving you an opportunity to not only play. You have from option one, option two, option three, but now you have a fourth option: play behind your Rhine shield, right? It
Mhm.
just gives you more opportunities. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, we're all rotating. Sorry, I need to see this. Over here, just normal shoot. I know it looks cool. Just normal shoot. Yeah, that's all that I have to say about that. You're a widow against a tracer. You're gonna be at a disadvantage. Just shoot normally, unscoped.
Oh.
But other than that, I like this rotate from you guys, right? Akram, I will say it was a bit dangerous for you to like push past your tank here,
Mhm.
right? It was a bit dangerous, but they don't really have that much to challenge you besides like the Kiri, I guess, right? And you could just easily take cover. So I like the idea, but it was a little dangerous. I just want you to recognize that. Cool.
Okay.
But I think that was good. I actually like that because they didn't really have much that they could challenge you with, like the Genji. Besides the Genji, because you just like went straight into Genji's face. Other than that, like I wouldn't normally recommend going straight into Genji's face. Why? Because it's just so much easier to hit, right? Like realistically, I think a Genji versus a Freya. I think that if you're just in that like really close situation, I think the Genji just wins most of the time. So I just want you to be aware of that.
Mhm.
You know, play your range, right?
Yeah.
But yeah. Bunny, did you have speed here? Because I did see that you were lagging a bit behind. Over here, if you're rotating here, I don't know your guys' plan, but it kind of just seems to me right now that your plan is to get up on this high ground and either speed to this high ground, right? But your team just doesn't have everyone, so you guys just wait here for an awkward amount of time, right? So what I'd suggest, instead of like waiting out here, right? Because you guys just waited out here for a bit, for like an awkward 15 seconds, right? Like you guys are just waiting here, waiting here, waiting here. That gives them time to set up, right? Because they already killed your
The
they
widow.
already killed your widow here, right? Oh, that's just unfortunate. For that, I just recommend just a couple times as a team, go into a custom map and just practice that jump, right? Because you don't want to fail that in the middle of a game, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
I got down real quick because I saw somebody. Yeah, there it is.
Oh, good. Okay, Akram, over there.
Yep.
You're lucky that your team came to help you, but I'd
Uh-huh.
suggest going with your team because you went in a very isolated position away from your team, where your team has to be in a dangerous position to peek you, right?
Mhm. It was when
So
I was changing the tracer, wasn't I? Yeah.
nice kill, but there's just a problem I see here. What is the problem I see here?
Mm. I don't know.
Akram, as a DPS player, you should be the one to know this. This is very important for you to recognize.
I'm way too in the open, maybe.
That too, but let
I'm
me.
not. I don't know. I'm not marking the other DPS.
Dejaste ser high ground.
Oh, the high ground,
Nope.
the range.
Nope. What do we not
We're
have
all
right
in
now?
a straight line. We don't have angles.
Yep.
You
Perfect.
guys are
Thank you,
welcome.
Bunny.
You're welcome.
What did I do?
You are You are all in a straight line right now.
Uh-huh. Oh, I get it.
All on
No,
the
They
no,
don't
same
have
angle.
angles.
no
There's
angles.
no off angle.
Yeah.
Zero.
Okay.
That's why he was painting the camera that there was a tracer over there, and we're just looking straight.
Mm-hmm. Like Aragon does have like an off angle, right? But they're being marked by this tracer, so it's basically a 4v4, right?
Mhm.
Over here it's just mechanic diff. You just mechanic them, but Akram, you're playing way too out in the open, and you are not taking an off angle.
Yeah.
Eris, I like how you keep going with your Rhine. I'm a fan of that, so good job on that. Bunny, if you drop from that high ground, I will scream at you.
Oh, I'm scared. It's a little they got all in.
Bunny? Bunny? Okay, how does the rest of your team die this fight to a pulse? So you kill their Juno, you force Suzu. Oh.
He had his shield up instead of what?
I think he was in the side.
Oh.
Oh no, he
Oh, I
get
see
it.
it. I
Yeah.
see it. Yeah.
He did the pulse before the shield came up. If you're pulsed, just don't move. Yeah, just don't move if you're pulsed. But yeah, that pulse just kind of won them the fight.
I came down because I thought it was only the ram, but we didn't communicate. The what's her face is back, and yeah.
Cool. So just basic communication issues. Cool.
Yeah.
Over here, Aragon. This is an awful angle to be on, especially as a tracer. Why? Because you blink out into. You have to be aware of where you're blinking to, right? You usually want to be blinking behind cover, or just be in a spot where you have cover. So I just suggest you mark this area instead of being out in the wide open. Leave being out in the open as a job for your tank. Why? Because your tank is best suited for that job. Cool. Not here, but you know. Your Rhine is by themselves right now. Yeah. Your Rhine just went in by themselves, and you guys just had every cooldown forced. So you guys just had to take too much time. Pulse, beat, nice. We mark tank and Juno. We kill the tracer, nice. Nice cleanup. Nice ulti usage. I'd say just wait to beat. I do think that beating to engage is a good thing to do at times, but I just don't think it was necessary. I think it's always good to wait a bit to see if you need it. But that's just me. I like using reactive beats. But yeah. Like, I would wait to see who that pulse kills and then beat, just to see if the fight's winnable without it, because beat is a really good ult. So, yeah. Over here. We talked about this last VOD. I don't know if any of you remember, but what is the hardest place on the map for King's Row?
That little choke right there.
Exactly. We have 5 people on point right now. Just keep one person on point, right?
Oh,
And
there's
have...
somebody said everybody on point. It'll go faster. I remember that. I really remember because I was gonna go up with
No.
the tank, and somebody said come back. I
No.
remember that. Yeah.
Because what's worth more? Like 3 seconds on the point or 3
Space.
minutes over here.
Space over there.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. So just push up here. Hold this. Hold this. It is very important that you hold past this choke. Why? Because this choke is awful to push. Cool. Yeah, they have angles. Your Rhine is in. Yeah. The reason you guys won here is because you just out aggressed them. They didn't know what to do against your pace. I like this pace that you guys are playing at, right? It's a little aggressive. So Aragon, I do think that you should be playing slightly. Just try to keep up a bit more with your Rhine, or just like match tempo with Rhine. So I'd suggest Marshall and Aragon to duo a bit more, because the two of you have timings that are completely separate. So I just suggest doing a bit more just to get and just calming to each other more, just to get into the mind space of knowing, oh, this is what my teammate wants to do at this point. Like you just know after playing with them. Guys.
Yeah, I know. It's not my job, but I went back.
Yeah. Usually you want to set your tracer on cart. If they have pulse, then you want to let them free, let them move a bit, and then someone else take cart. But usually you want your tracer to be on cart. Cool.
Cool.
Okay, but you guys clean up the fight nicely. I like this idea of holding up here, but you guys just don't have the cart. So you will constantly be at a 4v5, if anything. And it's really bad to have your hit scan DPS off, because
No
you are
pressure?
pretty much the main source of damage.
Yeah.
I think again that's like lack of communication because if somebody noticed this, somebody should have called Aragon back. Like, come back. You get point. I come up. But we don't.
Perfect.
We don't talk to each other that much.
Mhm.
So
See, this window right here would have been perfect with a Freya, right? Because let's talk about Freya. What is Freya's biggest strength?
Damage output.
Damage.
Yep.
What else? What else?
The
What makes her damage output so high?
the
the little explosive thing she has.
Mm-hmm. Her right click.
the arrow,
Right
yeah.
click.
Yeah.
The right click.
Oops. What else? Right click. What else?
How she can just get angles fast.
She has movement.
Oh yeah, she charged ult super quick.
Her ult.
Yep.
Yeah, but movement is also another thing.
Yeah.
She has really good movement. Why? Because she has vertical movement, and in this game, not many people can hit people who are up in the air, right?
She has hands.
Um,
And not
yeah.
too much.
Her ult, I don't hear many people talk about it, but her ult is super fast. Is it not?
Yep.
It's you get it faster than pulse bomb
Mhm.
most of the time, right? And compared to with this window, it's just every Freya wants this. A window down a choke where they have to push into you, right? So it just be better to have your Freya here. The window, I was gonna say I'm not a fan of it, but actually now that I'm thinking about it, the ram is just out in the open, so if you kill him, you guys just stall them more, which means that you guys just get more free push.
Yeah,
then-
somebody told me to put it in his face, and okay, like I'm just following directions.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. Good job. Good job. Because if you're, I mean, look at his health right now, right? He barely has support LOS, right? Only the Kiri. And if you guys don't kill him, you manage to force out a lot of support cooldowns, and you guys still pretty much have all your cooldowns, right? Because you're just throwing damage down. You're not really using your cooldowns, right? So you can just rush into them after they use their cooldown. So I like that. Good job. Aragon. Where is Aragon right now? Aragon, I'd suggest you go this way. Try to go around this way, because you have this angle to shoot from. This angle, it's just better than having this angle. This angle is just, you have so much more to work with, space wise, cover wise. You have a lot more space, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so over here, we get a bit too greedy. We get a bit too greedy without our main DPS, and then they just run on us. You guys don't really have the damage to kill that ram there. Now that I think about it, I forgot that you guys didn't have your Freya. So now that window might have not been the best idea.
Yeah, because they were missing the damage.
Yeah, you guys just don't have
The damage.
Yeah, I completely forgot about it. That's my fault. So I retract what I statement. I retract my statement. I'm not a fan of that window. I like the idea of it, but the execution was just not there because, the core member of that was not there.
Those are like little things we forget. You know what I'm saying?
It's the little things that matter, though,
Yeah.
because these things build up and they snowball. What's wrong with the Sacrum?
No angles. Again,
Perfect.
I could have been on top.
You could have gone all the way around here, right?
Shoot him.
I don't really like this area because unless you're like
It's
a
too
widow,
vertical.
I'm more in the
Little
open.
yeah,
shoot
it's
at
not.
him.
It's not. There's not much space to move
Yeah.
around.
Mhm.
But you could take this angle. But it's also like not that much of an angle compared to this. It's better than this. Well, not really. I just much prefer you go all the way around over here.
Because
Get
he
angles.
can easily go back or back and forth there.
Yeah, I have the
And
move.
Or like
the way I
nearby.
colors, yeah.
anyone. Aragon, Akram, just one of you play this angle. Please. If one of you play that angle, then the other one's fine on this angle. Why? Because
Pressure?
yeah, you don't really have much range on your team besides like if Aragon goes this way, right?
That's what I keep telling Acro, that we already had this talk like the last time we did King's Row, and we're not fixing problems. We know, we just get like into playing, and then it's just like, oh, I got this, I got that, but we're not really the fuck fighting. It is like we already had this exact same talk about angles, and we're still doing the same thing. The only difference was that we were focused on their Reinhardt, not ours. You know what I'm saying?
It's better to look at your own problems before looking at the enemies. So I just want you all to remember that. One place I would really like is for Aragon to go this way. Why? Because it's closer, right? And because this angle is a bit of a far angle, right? It's a little hard for Tracer to deal as much damage, right? I mean, the Kiri's standing right here, but usually if it was only the Juno right here, this is a much better angle for the Freya, right? So I'd much rather have a Freya over here, well, voice crack, Tracer over here, and your core over there, like your Rhine, Bap.
The Lucio.
Yeah. There's a ram right here, an enemy ram. So I was gonna say I would like it if your Rhine was up here. But you guys just have a Ram to deal with. And honestly here, what you could do is their Kiri Juno's right here, right?
Mhm.
Their Genji is right here. Ryan, what you could do is just walk past the Ram, because the only person that can heal Ram through a shield is the Kiri, right? But Kiri's healing output isn't that strong. Like, if we're being honest, between a Reinhammer and some Kiri healing and BAP damage and Lucio damage, I think the Ram is probably gonna die, right? Or at least get some cooldowns forced, right?
Mhm.
So yeah, just be mindful of that. Granted, it might be a bit hard for this, uh, but I want you to think about it. Just walking past and blocking healing LOS. Cool. Right now isn't the best time to do it, because the Genji will just walk on your backline, right? But if your Freya was here and your Tracer was here, that I'm just saying that would be like an ideal position. Look, you force the form out, right? So wait until this is over and then go in on him, blast him. Cool.
Yeah, as a team, we have to call those things out too.
Perfect.
He's got the form out and we just rush in.
That's just 3 ults for 1. I like the idea, Akram, of trying to focus the tank down, but I think you'd be much better suited to just using your ult on a support. Cool.
Yeah.
Because your ults, it's kind of inconsistent with its damage, right? So I think you'd just be better throwing it on a support, forcing a cooldown. Cool.
Cool.
There, you guys just got ult you guys just got ulted 3 times, and they just ran on you for free. Because there's not much you can do in the like. There's not much peel on your team. You have your Rhine, but your Rhine can't really peel besides a pin and maybe like some hammer swings, but the best you can hope to do is just speed away or out heal, but you're not out healing that, and you probably aren't outspeeding that either, so just be aware of your team's weaknesses. You guys don't have peel. You kill the Kiri first, which is good, right? Nice, your Tracer Lucio are 2v1ing the Genji. I like that. On that angle, perfect. This is an example of a really good fight that you guys had. You know that they don't have ults, so how did you even find that pick on the Kiri in the first place?
The shatter.
Oh, the shatter, right.
Yeah.
Perfect. I don't know how you got a shatter on a Kiri, but kudos. Really good job. Ryan, you should never be on cart. You should always be pushed up a bit.
That's what I was gonna say.
Trying to
We
hold
did it
space.
again.
¿Cómo se
Yeah.
dice? Me estaba rascando la nariz.
He said he was scratching his nose.
Yeah, we're just so split. Ryan Lucio is in their back line, right? Genji's on your BAP. Genji Tracer's on your BAP. The BAP just has no peel, so your main form of healing just dies instantly. Your Tracer is just not in the fight yet. So your BAP's cut first, which means you have no healing, which Rhine needs resources. Your Rhine is one of the most resource hungry characters in the game, right? So yeah, you need to protect your BAP a bit more. I like the beat.
That was my fault too because I didn't say they're on me or I didn't make them turn around.
So once again, basic communication issues.
Yeah, that was on me.
So right there,
This
I
fight-
did call like 4 times that I had a tracer on me, and we were all up before that fight. I was like,
Look where your
have a
Rhine
tracer.
is compared to the rest of your team.
Mhm.
You guys are trying to kill a ram, while your Rhine is fighting a Genji. Right?
Also,
And
me
you're just
maybe I could have like tried to play more up there,
Perfect.
but I didn't.
Perfect.
That was on me, and I'm noticing it right now. So that was also
the
a
small
me
things.
problem.
The small
Yeah.
things. Because why are we in punch range of a ram as ranged characters, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like me and Ekro could have actually been playing up there, but we let him punch
He
our
just-
faces in.
Yeah.
If
Mhm.
you, as a ranged character, are ever in range of a ram punch, that is immediately your fault. Cool.
Yeah.
Unless they have speed, Juno ring, nano, TP, if you as a ranged character, especially BAP or Freya, like one of these two characters, why? Because you have vertical mobility. You should be able to go up in the air. You should be able to play right here. Bunny, you have your jump. You should be able to play right here. You could also play right here, right?
Yeah, that's where I'm like noticing that like in hindsight, like me and Akro could have actually been playing together, so I wouldn't gotten us jumped as much because I'd been close to a DPS and not on the ground where just everybody could just, yeah.
Make it
Aragon, I think. Sorry. What were you going to say?
make it hard for them to get to us. I think I was just coming back
Yes.
because I died.
Yes.
for
Force
that.
them to use resources.
And I
Aragon, I
could've-
think you're too focused with this tracer 1v1.
Tracer,
Sorry to
mm.
bother you,
No.
to interrupt you.
No,
I think you're way too focused on this tracer 1v1. Just kill the carry. Like, I get it as a tracer. You want to win that 1v1. You want to be the better tracer. But you can't be the better tracer if you lose the map.
All right, question for you.
Answer. I have
Okay,
an answer.
if we're doing the duel, right, of the chaser, and we force recall, do we chase the chaser or we just look for a different target?
Just look for a different target. Unless that tracer is inside you guys. Like, unless she has a really bad recall. It depends on the situation, but when she has no recall, she's basically out of the fight. Like, what can she do? She has 150 HP, right? 2 blinks maximum that you can easily force out if you just shoot. By the way, if you're fighting a tracer, aim for the legs.
Not the
Just
head?
a bigger hitbox. Just a bigger hitbox. It's easier to hit. It's more consistent.
Okay, so like if she uses recall and then she just dashes out, we don't be greedy and chase, right?
You can. It depends on the. It really depends on the situation.
Okay.
Right. But 8 out of 10 times, there's just a better target to go on than a tracer.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, because I do that a lot. Try to just chase the chaser. Oh.
Yeah. Bunny, we're just not using our jump.
Like these are like little things because like I don't play BAP. I've never played BAP before, and I'm just kind of trying to get it down. But it works for me watching the playback because then I see you're not supposed to be right there. You didn't do this or this or that. And I noticed it myself. I was, that was a me problem.
Perfect. As long as you can recognize that. Recognizing your mistakes is one of the biggest things that you can do to help yourself.
Yeah, because you told me that also on this map too. I did the same thing with Kiri, and once I started getting high ground and stuff like that, I stopped getting jumped. So I don't know. I didn't take that to back when I have movement.
Okay, so we're on the Ram now. Akram, I think I would like you to play here. I really like this angle on Cass. Why? Because you have the mini, and you just have. They just have to peek so far to look at you. Like they have to go out here to look at you, if anything. Right? You just have free shooting on them from this choke because they have to cross this, anyways, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they just have to look so far left that they're
Like
not focused on the front.
like inside, or like just by that door.
Inside would be preferable. Why? Because you have this
Okay.
cover.
And I have a
Right?
mini
And
in
it's
the
just
back.
farther, right? It's like Cass has range. Let's be honest, he has
Mhm.
some range. Like this range is fine. It's more than enough. You don't have damage fall off at this range. It's
Yeah.
like what, 10 meters,
Mm-hmm.
give or take.
Like around 10, yeah.
I like this angle. I like that you guys have angles. Yep, Bunny, I like this angle. Good job. You could also play on this angle, this height, right? Because you see
Mhm.
everyone that you need to see.
Yeah. I was thinking about that too, but like like I said, I'm new to BAP and I'm scared and I'm like, oh my god, what if they come in and they're like shoot
Yeah.
me and I'm right there in their face? Yeah.
If they have a widow, then you're in more danger in this spot anyway. So
Yeah, that happens to me too.
Yeah.
Because I do want to play that little room, but like I'm
Mhm.
scared. I'm gonna get like
Yeah, because it looks like
Jump.
really straight. Like, you see that? It looks
Mhm.
like really straight. And I feel like they're gonna come in that corner, it's really straight and boom, headshot or something. I don't know.
okay, what's more
But
dangerous? You staring down their
Me-
spawn like this,
yeah, middle.
or you staring down your team? Just your team,
yeah,
I like the middle.
right?
just my
Because if
team.
they have a
Yeah.
widow, yeah,
Oh,
you're
and
dead.
also if I play right there, I need to say, hey, I can't see you, come back. I don't do that also. So
Yeah.
I just said that. Yeah.
Okay,
I know. Angles.
perfect.
I told you, I'm scared playing that little room, but I should play it more.
Limit test. Limit test. The more you limit test, the better you get to know like what you can get away with. No?
Yeah, because I could have done something, like hit the supports, make them use
Here you
cooldowns.
guys just got all your cooldowns forced because you guys were just all on the same angle. Like even here, especially here. Like you guys get that Genji because he's kind of inting in,
Mhm.
right? But you guys, they don't even have to aim. They just have to look in your general direction and something will hit someone, right?
Yeah.
Over there, Marshall just block. You're way too low HP to be doing damage in front of 4 people. Your life is more important than like 2 hits of damage. You guys win the fight, but it wasn't clean by any means.
Okay.
It was purely mechanical. It wasn't like you guys shouldn't have won that fight, but you did. He has no dash. Please punish him.
I should have gotten back up right there too, because I'm in danger again.
There's counter beat.
I asked for heals like 2 times right there. I was like, heal me. When I did high noon.
I think you just have to be aware that
But again, if you were playing an angle and you weren't straight right there, you wouldn't have
yeah,
gotten killed. So that's that we got to see our problems. See, like I said, me too. I'm on the floor again, and what is that? Provoke for a Genji to just like go straight up
Go
into me. And I
straight.
think I remember he went into me.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Eris right here. Where is Eris right now?
Oh, yeah, he's way too. We could have speed high noon, actually.
Yeah. Okay, I think Eris was going with Aragon, so I can't blame Eris.
Also, yeah,
I think you're
I
way too
did not.
focused on their.
Yeah,
I think
I
you're
did
way
not
too
call
focused
out
on the tank.
the high
You're
noon.
way too focused on the tank. If you're playing it here, you can just kill the carry. Just
Yeah, because I
Stop
was
looking
trying
at
to
the tank so much.
heal. I was trying to heal
Mhm.
the tank, but and then he's like, heal me. I could barely get the tank up, and like and again, I'm new, I'm slow, so
Akram,
and I
you
was
need to
just
play more cover. More cover.
Yeah.
This goes for everyone, but especially you, Akram. I'm noticing, like, especially with you, you need to play more cover, especially as a hit scan. Cool.
That.
Okay, so far, Akram, what I want you to take from this VOD are two things: taking cover and playing angles. Okay.
Okay.
Just focus on one thing at a time, either taking cover or playing angles, right? And once you get a bit better at one thing, try to like focus on the other thing only, right?
Mhm.
So yeah,
So right there, but again, better if like Echo and I were up there where I was playing,
Bunny,
like
if you
all
were up
around
here,
there.
if
Yeah.
Akra was here,
Yeah,
Yeah, and I could play like a C right there. Like I have a
cause
lot
if I'm still
low.
playing in there, they can't see me from up there. So
nope.
I'm fine playing in there. Just like I
Yep.
told you, like a lot of
You
range.
also have a
just-
health pack.
Yeah,
in
a
there.
lot of range,
Bunny,
a lot of playing right there.
Yeah,
I want
that's
you
what
to
I
focus on
said.
using your high ground.
Yeah. That's why I said again, I'm just like enabling that Genji to just lash into me, to just, ignore about it, just go into me.
Eris, I want you to focus on playing. I want you to just run more like duos with your tank and your tracer. And your tracer, I want you to run more duos with your tank. And same thing goes for your tank. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just behind a shield, can't heal. Yeah, so they already have space behind the choke, right? So you guys are forced past this choke, or past this corner. Marshall, you need to block more.
Okay.
Yeah. The reason you die here is because you're walking in a straight line into 5 of them. Which usually works, but you don't have a nano, you don't have any type of power up, you're just dry ulting as a ram. The only thing that gives you is armor. And like ram is strong, don't get me wrong. Ram is really strong, especially with his ult. But if you're running into 5 of them, you can't expect much. You're just running straight into, it's like running into a freeway, hoping that you make it out safely, right?
Okay, okay.
Yeah, you really need to utilize your block more, because your ult just deals damage without you even doing anything. So besides, I think part of it comes from just trust your team a bit more. Your team has damage. Your team can damage people. So yeah, they just counter ult here. I do think this was a misplay on their part by using both Blade and Ram ult, but they still have 3 ults, so I guess it's fine.
Okay.
But yeah, I think the main thing I want you to focus on is cooldown cycling. No, actually, no, that's a lie. I want you to focus on your positioning, because a lot of times you're just way ahead of your team or just not with your team. So I just want you to take a second between fights and just look, oh, this is where my team is, this is where I am, and look at who your team is, because your team wants to be in different positions depending on who they're playing. Like if you have a May Reaper, they want to be playing with you, right? But if you have like a Widow Hanzo, they don't want to be playing with you, especially as a Rhine. Cool? So just be aware of that. All 5 of them are on cart. Aragon, I like the idea of it, but you just have no one there with you, so you're kind of just have no value there. I like the idea, but you have no one there to help you. And once again, we're all on the same angle. Okay, so as a team, what I want you guys to work on is taking angles. Team. Angles. Angles, communication. Cool?
Yeah.
Just those 2 things. I don't want to give you guys too many things to work on at once, but the most important thing would be communication with each other, and the second most important thing would be angles. Angles, you can do that by yourselves, right? Like you see that your entire team is on the same angle, one of you can just split away, right? So angles I'm not exactly worried about, but communication is the most important part that I'm noticing that you guys are struggling with, because half of these fights can just be won with communication, right? Because you guys are very split as a team. Like you guys have very different ideas of what you want to do, so I just be aware of that. Like Marshall has a really aggressive play style, right? So Marshall, you like by just from what I'm saying, Marshall usually wants to fight, right? Aragon wants to. Aragon has like this. Aragon has a good idea of off angles. Like I can see that they're trying to find the off angles. Their timing is just a bit off, right? So I think Marshall and Aragon, you two, do it with each other. Aragon, I want you to get a sense of Marshall's timing, and Marshall, I want you to understand what your team wants to do. Cool. Eris, I really really like the way that you just kept moving between your teammates. So really good job on that. I do think you were out. I do think you had your priorities mixed a little bit. You were with your Rhine a bit too much at times. And I do think you could wait a little longer on your beats, um, just to see if you really need it. Bunny, I already told you we're working on that high ground. Akram, we're working on cover and
Angles.
perfect. So, does everyone know what they need to do?
Yes.
Got it. Yes.
As for communication, do you know what you need to work on? Because I haven't heard the communication, but based on what I'm hearing from you guys know what you guys need to say, but you guys just aren't saying it.
So, yeah.
We need to communicate on who we're hitting, when we're going in. Also, we don't hold track. Again, problem. What we forced out, small things like that. Because certain times somebody is gonna go like, too soon into a fight and we're over here like not ready and we're just trying to run and catch up, and that's where we fumble.
Okay, so
What
most
I've
of the fights
noticed.
we do have like a plan, but we don't do it.
We don't execute it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. I'm gonna start a comm structure for you guys. Okay.
Not-
Can you see it? It's a bit
Yes.
tiny, but
Yeah.
Akram. I'm gonna give each of you guys jobs. A basic comm structure. Who is the most talkative on the team?
Agromic. Sometimes
Who's the
Marshall.
least?
I would say Bunny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, it
Bunny
either
and
goes
Eris,
between me and we
That is
shouldn't
the
be that
problem.
way. Yeah.
Your supports should be really talkative. So here, Akram,
Yes.
your comm duty.
Okay.
You're gonna target call mid-fight. Bunny, you are the flex support, right?
Mhm.
You have one of, if not tank has the most important job, right? Flex support
Mhm.
is the second most important. Okay,
Mhm.
so call out your cooldowns. And then wait, let me just do everyone too. Call out your CDs and cover to play cover.
Okay.
I do think one thing I want to add, because it's just the easiest for you because you're just in the best position usually for it.
Mhm.
Call to back
Okay.
/ chill.
Okay.
Marshall, you are a tank. I want you shot call. I want you shot calling. Cool.
Yep.
I want you to be the go button. Go button, shot call. I want you to try and make plans, right? And just quickly ask like,
Can we do it?
no, no, that takes way too long.
Oh,
It's just not a good comm. Um, instead of structuring like that, be like, I want speed. I want to speed. Don't even say I want. Just say speed.
speed it. Okay.
Speed in. Force. Curie cooldown. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Cool.
Yep.
But the ready 3, 2, 1. I want it to be like, I want you to like put some heart into it. Like ready? 3, 2, 1. Cool. And if anyone
Yep.
is not ready, just scream no. Take a few seconds, like 3 seconds max, if possible, right?
Okay.
And then try again. Okay, Marshall.
Sure.
Thank you. But yeah, that's instead of knowing how to make a plan also comes from understanding where your team wants to play and how your team wants to play. So I just think about that when you do or when you play with your team. Cool.
We got it.
Eris, you're not here, but I want you to try ult tracking because it is usually the main support's job, right? Marshall, Eris, I want you two to call for speed, right? There's two different types of Lucio players: the ones that call for speed, the ones that like say I'm speeding now, and the ones that speed when their tank tells them to. So it is up to Eris to decide what type of Lucio they want to be, right? Because it'll massively change the comm structure. Aragon, scout. Your team doesn't have much information, so I want you to scout more. Scout more. Call point. If no one's on point, you go point. Everyone, call out enemy cooldowns. Cool? If you
Got
see
it.
a big cooldown being used, call it out.
Mhm.
Anyone, ask for ults. Ask for ults and cooldowns. Can I get a shield to kite here? Can you help me get here? Can you speed me up here? Can we high noon this fight? Right? You guys can help each other make plans, right?
Mhm.
And yeah, that's about it.
Got it. Can
Okay.
you send it to the chat,
I got you.
please?
Oop. Yeah, that should be good. Seraphim. I am not in Seraphim chat.
Yeah, it's
I'll just set it in the VOD
on the
chat.
VOD. Yeah.
But yeah, help each other out with these, right? Like I want you guys to focus. Like I want you guys to be the strongest at what I mentioned here, right?
Yeah.
But help each other out with these, right? If Marshall's struggling to come up with a plan or just hasn't come up with a plan, be like, "Hey, Marshall, what's a plan?" Right? And Marshall, easiest way to think about it: pick a player, pick a cooldown, call a time.
Okay.
Kiri under the choke, speeding, like I don't know, some random. Can we TP behind them? Force Kiri cooldown. Now, 3, 2, 1. That was a
Yeah.
really bad example, but do you kind of get the idea?
So just like
something along those lines.
okay.
Call a target, call what you want from that target, and then like how you're gonna get to the target. But try to make it within like 10 words or less, basically.
It's not like when you say let's force Kiri out, Kiri Suzu or something, and then we go in. Like when you
Yeah, like let's force
say that
Kiri out is
info.
too basic. Like how are you gonna force that Kiri out? Let's
Yeah.
speed
No,
on
but I'm
them.
giving him the
Yeah,
example, like what he
yeah.
already does. But yeah,
Mhm.
I don't think he had to say it. So I'm saying,
Sorry.
yeah.
But you guys got that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank
Thank
you for
you.
coming.
If you have any questions, feel free to DM me.
Yeah, I kind of said
Okay.
everything I wanted.
I answered my own question, seeing that embarrassing gameplay.
Good job.
No, but thank you
Good job.
for being here.
Thank you
Thank you
so
for
much.